Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prove it's working now, this? Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to this session on Bhagavad Gita, leadership lessons from Arjuna, from the life of Arjuna. Bhagavad Gita is an ocean of wisdom. Yesterday we discussed about it. And there are so many lessons, so many learnings can be made from Bhagavad Gita. There are more than 2000 to 2500 different versions available, different commentaries available. Everybody has found something as per their intent, as per their agenda, as per their desire, what they want to see in Bhagavad Gita. Ye yatha mam prapadyante, जिसकी रही भावना जैसी प्रभु मूरत देखे तिन तैसी. So everybody is trying to find something, but as far as the message, the intent of Bhagavan Sri Krishna for speaking Bhagavad Gita to awaken the pure devotional service to Arjun and to all of us. And in that process, Arjun became an instrument, and Arjun is helping us to get this wisdom. It is not that Bhagavan Sri Krishna has spoken it first time. He has spoken, he is saying already that I have given this Gyan, this Divya Gyan, this divine knowledge to Sun God Vivasvan, and he passed on to his son Vyavasmat Manu. Vyavasvat Manu passed to the Purvas, to the ancestor of Lord Ram, Ikshvaku, and then it came from the Guru Sisya Parampara, the disciple succession, the knowledge is passed on. And this is the quality of a leader. A leader never makes himself indispensable, that only I know and others are working for me. Then they are not the leaders, they are then managers. They want to become indispensable, that organization, they value only them and their employees are working only exploitation. It's called exploitation. But when we come to Bhagavad Gita, it's all very holistic and all there is a concept of servant leadership. Bhagavan himself is presenting the concept of servant leadership in Bhagavad Gita. How Bhagavan is serving. He is the supreme personality of Godhead and he is still the charioteer of Arjuna. This is the best example. And this is not the first time. He has shown this many, many times, Bhagavan himself. So there are so many things to learn. What I'm going to present, I compiled something today morning. Actually, slides were not completed. And yesterday evening also I tried to make something. The thing is that Bhagavad Gita is a big ocean of wisdom, and we can just see a tip of the iceberg with these slides. Only a few points we can understand. You are all students or professionals, in the young professionals, and you are the future leaders. And I try to have this presentation and discussion in such a way that that it is applicable to all of us and for our professional life, professional career, for our industrial, professional, and also personal life. Today we will focus on the personal growth and dealings with the personal values, professional challenges, and requirements at the time of crisis and at the time that we have different dynamics in our life, how to face those different dynamics. So this is what we want to focus. So we will begin with auspicious invocations, a very short version of the auspicious invocations. So you know most of these verses. We can chant together. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langyate girim yat kripa tamham vande Sri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakya Chakshur Unmilitam Yene Tasmai Sri Gurve Namaha. Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedante Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desitarine. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes, welcome back again. So yesterday we discussed, I have this presentation 3 parts, but yesterday we discussed the first part, the basics, the fundamentals to set the scene, to take you to the Kurukshetra and how Kurukshetra is related to all of us. We discussed this in detail yesterday. And after the setting of the scene, today I would like to little bit go ahead how to lead like Arjuna, because we can get many different aspects of leadership lessons from Bhagavad Gita, leading like Arjuna, leading like Krishna. So it is, the time is not allowing that we go in detail to all the things, but we will discuss some of the what is related to our personal and professional growth, what we can learn from Arjuna. Yesterday, I want to recap. Maybe some of you today also new here. That's why I made one slide just to give an overview, yesterday's recap. So we discussed some interesting facts, what is Bhagavad Gita, and some interesting fact that it's a Shruti and Smriti both. It's a very important, it's the summary and conclusion of all the Vedic Shastras, Vedic scriptures. Vedas, Puranas, Upanishad, Dharam Shastras, everything. This is a summarizing instructions of the Lord. Who all have read Bhagavad Gita? I discuss about the current generation, the contemporary scientists, philosophers, the key leading people in the society, industrialists who have read Bhagavad Gita and living from the instructions of Bhagavad Gita and making their life successful. There are many more, thousands, hundreds of thousands, but I took a few examples. Then we discussed 100 years before who read Bhagavad Gita and who preached Bhagavad Gita, and we also discussed 500 years before, like Shankaracharya and Ramanujacharya ji, Madhvacharya ji, Sri Ram Madhvacharya and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how they have also preached about Bhagavad Gita. So all the great personalities it has accepted and concluded that Bhagavad Gita is a very important for our, it's a manual of our life, user manual of our human life. Yes, then we go further. We also discuss very important point that Bhagavad Gita is not a sectarian text. It's not sect. It's not only for one nation, one religion, one ritual, or it's not confined to some special boundary conditions. It's a timeless wisdom. It's a universal instructions, and it's for all humanity. And it is not that it is only today, 5,000 years ago valid. It was millions of years ago. It was valid when it was given to Sun God. The same instructions as it is. Krishna says, I gave to Sun God. Vivaswan. Same is in millions. You can do the calculation, very easy calculation, like how to calculate the 1 day of Brahma and how many days of Brahma and like. So we can calculate. It is also, Prabhupada has mentioned in the purport. It's, I think, 12 million years or some big number that it was given to Sun God also. And the same instructions, it is coming from the Guru Parampara, Sishya Parampara, and Rajarshi Parampara, and this have been given 5,000 years before, and this is also valid today. And actually, maybe Bhagavan was also focusing on Kali Yuga, that people in Kali Yuga can take benefit, and that's why he made Arjuna as an instrument for this and given us. So it's applicable to every one of you. And why we should read Bhagavad Gita? Sri Shankaracharya ji also said very nicely that Bhagavad Gita is like our mother. It's not a dead book. It's a living book. It's a living scripture. It is a divine words of Krishna. And there is Krishna's word, and Krishna himself is non-different. It's a Sabd Brahma. There are two types of Brahma. Param Brahma. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a slok. In the 6th canto, there are two Brahma, two Supreme Lord. One is Param Brahma, that Krishna himself, the Lord himself. And then there is a Sabd Brahma, the literary incarnation, the words like Hare Krishna Mahamantra is a divine chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The name of the Lord and Lord is non-different. So this is also Param Brahma, the Sabd Brahma. And the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, holy scriptures are also the Param Brahma. Sabda Brahma. So, and there is no difference between Param Brahma and Sabda Brahma. So when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we have to remember very carefully that we are directly getting instruction from Krishna. Krishna is in front of us. We have Krishna in our hand. So that's why Sri Adi Shankaracharya says that Bhagavad Gita is not a dead book. It's a living book, and it's a mother. Why it is a mother? Because mother, what mothers do? Mother? She nurtures. She nurtures, she feed, she protect, she remove the ignorance, she save from the bad association, she do everything for the child. So Bhagavad Gita is like a mother. And my question was, if Bhagavad Gita is applicable only to Krishna, to Arjuna only, and answer is no, it is applicable to us also, because it clarify our queries, it gives answers, it supports, it nurtures, and it motivates. Bhagwan Sri Krishna was the first original motivator. I told you a story about a motivational speaker which I experienced in my work, my corporate, that the motivational speaker who is speaking, who was speaking 1.5 hours continuously about stress management, a corporate motivational, 1.5 hours speaking on stress management, and when there was a pause, in the pause he himself was smoking cigarette, because, and I asked him, why you are smoking cigarette? He said, I got a lot of stress and I have to give rest of the session, so I'm removing my stress. So if somebody cannot remove his stress, he's taking the help of cigarette for removing stress, how he can give motivation to others? So these motivational speakers, self-help books, there are thousands of such books, 100,000 of such books on internet. They are temporary. They cannot solve the permanent problems. They cannot give permanent solution to the problems. So that's why Bhagwan Sri Krishna is the original motivational speaker, and he is the original guide and original teacher of everyone, Adi Guru. Krishna Vande Jagat Guru. So that's why we should hear and listen Bhagavad Gita, how Krishna told and how Arjun has received. So then we go to the next slide. What is your Kurukshetra movement? I ask you, I explained the Kurukshetra movement. What is Kurukshetra movement? Kurukshetra movement was when there was a battlefield of Kurukshetra in near New Delhi, some 200 kilometers from New Delhi. Kurukshetra, everybody knows. And one side was Kauravas and one side was Pandavas. Pandavas were on the dharma, righteousness, and Kauravas were adharma. And Arjun and his brothers, they were the rightful heir of the kingdom, and they were eligible, capable, they were qualified. But Duryodhan wanted to get, and then Bhagwan Sri Krishna, he went as a peace messenger, as a leader. It's a role to resolve the conflict. So this is also leadership. If there is a conflict in the team, then the leader has to resolve and give some options so that we can resolve the conflict and we can make amicable teamwork. And Bhagwan Sri Krishna did it as a self-example. He is the first leader. And he went to Kauravas and he made a peace proposal, and he said, if you give 5 villages, one village, they are actually eligible for the whole kingdom, whole Bharatvarsha. But if you give only 5 villages, small villages, and one brother will get each village, because they are Kshatriya, they have to do sasan, they have to do administrator, and this is their dharma, and to follow their dharma, they need something to administrate. And then Krishna asked for 5 villages, but Duryodhan says, no, I will not give even the land equal to the tip of a needle. So you can understand the situation. The most rich person, the most experts, the most eligible people, they will ask that they will not get a land tip of the needle. So this was the Kurukshetra movement, and Arjuna was put in a fix, in a dilemma, because he came to the battlefield, and although he was on dharma side, but there was other side was his ancestors, his grandfather, his grandfathers, his teachers, his cousin brothers. And when he came there, he became very emotional, because he was ethical person, he was compassionate, he was kind, and he don't want to enjoy the kingdom. But on the other hand, he has a dharma, he has to follow the dharma. So this is the Kurukshetra movement, when Arjuna get identity crisis. Who I am, what should I do, what is my duty? And this identity crisis is not only with Arjuna, this is with everyone, all of us. Arjuna has a different external conditions. At that time, we have different conditions. We have also our demons inside. We have demons and divine powers inside. Sometimes demonic power want to overcome, sometimes divine powers want to overcome, the angel overcome, and we have also get the internal conflict within ourselves. And that's why Arjuna was also getting Kul Dharma or Kshatriya Dharma. He has relatives, everyone was there, and he don't want to kill them, and he don't want to fight for the self-enjoyment. So this is the moment, and we also get such situation in our life, in professional life, personal life, social life. What should we do? And we will discuss this again later on. Now I want to give a little overview about Bhagavad Gita. Actually, there are 5 truths, 5 subject matters which are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Many of you know these 5 truths. One is the Jiva, the one is the Bhagwan himself, the Iswara, the supreme controller, the supreme maintainer and supreme controller, Bhagwan in the middle. Then we have Jiva, living entity, which represented by Arjuna and us, all of us. We are Jivas, the human form of the life, and any living entity. And Prakriti is the resources, Prakriti is the nature, the material nature. Then Kala, the Samay, the time, the all destroying time, and then the Karma. These are the 5 principles or subjects and tattvas from Bhagavad Gita. How these tattvas, principles are related to leadership? You will ask me, oh, why I am discussing these things here? They are there, like, okay, we are Jiva, Prakriti is there, Kala is there, and Karma is there, and Bhagwan is there. So why we are, what it has to do with leadership skills? So we have to look it carefully, how it is related to the leadership skills. Actually, Iswara represents the source of all directions and inspiration. In a organization, in a team, in a corporate, we need someone who gives directions, who is the source of directions and who is source of inspiration. We need in each team, in each project. And Bhagwan represents this source of all direction and inspiration. Then we have living entity, the Jiva. What is Jiva? Living the team members, like the conscious doer, the leader in potential. And why I use the word conscious doer to Jiva? Because Jiva is not the doer. Prakriti kriyavanam karta ahmiti manyate. Sometimes we think we are the real doers, but we are getting support for many factors. There are many, Bhagavan explained about the different doers, 5 different doers in 18th chapter. So he is not the sole doer, but he is the conscious doer, that he is instrumental in doing that. And he is the leader in potential. So this is Jiva. This represents all of us are represented by this. Then Prakriti, nature, the field of work, the environment and resources. Every corporate, every industry, every resource, every project has the field of work, the environment and resources. Do you agree with me? Do you follow me about these points? About source of all direction and inspiration, the conscious doer, the leader potential, the leader in potential, the field of work, the environment and resource. So these things are, we all agree, we have this all in our project. Then Kala is that the ever moving impartial force, the time, that is all, this is how the Prakriti is moving, how everything is moving, how the changes are happening, because this Kala is doing. And this is the ever moving impartial force. We have also in this our project, we have also this timeline, time targets, Abgabefrist. We have these deadlines. We have then moving. It's all. And then Karma, action. This is the binding or liberating factor. That you do good, you get good, and if you get bad, so every action has a reaction. So this is the binding or liberating factor. How you utilize this, how you do your karma, how you perform your activity, how you execute, with which consciousness. Is it going to bind or is it going to liberate? So this is also very important aspect. Now, I want to also say what insights, leadership insights we can draw out of these 5 elements. So a true leader must understand these realities. One is that every action is shaped by vision. Vision is, Iswara is representing the vision, the higher purpose. Here, Iswara is representing the higher purpose, the vision, which is very important. Without higher purpose and vision, we will not have good decisions and good leadership. Then we have people, Jiva, the human element. Then I discussed already. Then environment, Prakriti and resources, and timing, Kala. And timing is also opportunity. It's not only timing is about like deadlines, the timing is also the opportunity we get, because it's Kala Chakra, which gives us opportunity. We are getting opportunity and we should utilize. So we will slowly go ahead, now discuss something regarding what we can learn from the life of Arjuna, which is because Arjuna is representing us and we have to learn from him. So let's begin the first lesson for today. Arjuna is at the battlefield and war has been announced. So this is a crucial moment for Arjuna, a very, very crucial moment. And it took him, so one good thing I like we all should appreciate about Arjuna, although he was in a very, very difficult situation and very turmoil situation, and he was in identity crisis, some people get depression and they give up. Because I will give in Hindi. Sorry for Prabhuji, for English and German speakers. In Hindi, there is I heard from one devotee, he said कि जब हम लोग हलवा पका रहे होते हैं ना, हलवा कढ़ाई में, तो हम कढ़ाई में बैठ के हलवा नहीं पकाते, हम कढ़ाई से बाहर होते हैं, फिर हलवा पकाते हैं, तभी वो हलवा अच्छा पकता है। हम कढ़ाई में बैठ के पकाएंगे तो हम खुद से जल जाएंगे। तो सिचुएशन के अंदर हमें डालना नहीं है अपने आप को, हमें सिचुएशन से बाहर आना है। So I was saying, when we are cooking halwa, prasadam or any prasadam, we don't sit in the pan, fry pan or pan, and then we are cooking. We are out of the pan, and then we are cooking from outside. So we are from outside we are doing. That's why, and similarly, we not keep ourselves in the situation. We have to come out of the situation. This is a very important quality of the leader. He should not get completely into the situation, because Arjuna was in a very difficult situation at that time. It was a crucial moment of his life. But he took time for himself and make himself out of the situation. And how important is this for all of us as individuals? This is very important. Maybe some of you, as I know, I say now, future leaders, young professionals. So we have one formula which I learned in the corporate. I want to share this formula with you. Just a minute, my mouse is not working now. Yeah, that's why. So in the corporate, we learned one that we must cultivate this self-awareness, and in the management, it is called NIC formula. NIC formula, it is called. Maybe some of you have heard NIC formula, N-I-C, NIC formula. Sorry? Yes, Prabhuji. What you say about C? Yes, concern. Yes. So understanding one's need. Thank you, Prabhu. NIC formula is, first we have understanding the needs. What are the needs? What is our need? What is the situation? We have to analyze the situation and understand our need. Then we have to understand our interest. What is the interest? And we have to see a higher purpose. When we see the interest, it is not always the self-interest. It is the higher purpose. We have to see the higher interest in that. And concerns. And what are the concerns? This is also so NIC formula. And when we analyze this, then actually I like one thing. Yesterday, His Grace Shyamananda Prabhu, during the ice breaking session, he made a wonderful ice breaking. I think everybody enjoyed it. I personally enjoyed it. Like, he made the groups, and if you like this, go this side. If you like this, go this side. And there was one point that if you know your goal of your life, come this side. If you are still not clear about the goal of the life, then go this side. And we have fair number of the devotees here, and our youth, they were on the side when they don't know their goal, that what is the goal of their life. And it's fair, it's no problem, it's honest. And this is the reality actually also, because somebody says there are so many things to do, so many things are happening, and so many things still to come. How we decide our goal? So here Arjuna is representing here the self-awareness and purpose, that we should be very honest actually to analyze. Those guys, they said we don't know our goal. They were so honest, and the others were also honest because they know it is. So both were honest. So, but especially I will appreciate for those, they say we don't know our goal, because most often we see that in industry we do this SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Time to time, and Arjun also this analysis in the Kurukshetra war. So what are our strengths? And when we say make the list, my personal experience is that when we do this in my organization, then when we make strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat, then we write down our strength. We write a big romance ribbon. We write a big text. We write a lot of things about our strength. This is my strength. This is my strength. And when it comes to the weaknesses, we fumbles. We don't. Weakness, what is my weakness? Sometimes we don't realize our weakness, and we don't reflect on our weakness. This is very important. Arjun realized his weakness. Arjun immediately realized in the weakness, and he realized I am in crisis. So it is very important to have self awareness and a purpose, and understanding one's strength and weaknesses. Very important. To know the weakness is most important. Very, very important. If we don't know our weakness, how we can seek the advice, how we can seek the guidance, how we can uh, find the solution. So weakness, yeah, it is very, very important to us to analyze with a bird's eye view our strength and weakness. And actually, what are the strength of Arjuna? He was the best of archers, best of archers. He was the richest person and best of archers. And he was king and he was a prince and so powerful. So this is the strength. He realized, he know his strength. He's a great archer. But his weakness was opposite side was Dronacharya, his Gurudev, his spiritual teacher, and his like a grandfather also, and his grandfather, his cousin brothers, and so many relatives were there. And then he was thinking that I have to kill them, how I can kill my grandfather. Although Duryodhana was a demonic person, but the others he has to kill because they were on the side of Duryodhana, on the evil side. So mm, he was becoming emotional, and then he took the guidance. Now let us assume, understand one situation. Try to, if Arjuna has not make self awareness and purpose at this point of time, he has not asked Krishna to take my chariot in the middle of the battlefield, and I want to see a bird eye view, I want to see who is which side, and I want to review, I want to assess, I want to understand my strength and weakness, and what is the purpose. So he came in that mode, assessment mode, self assessment. If he would not have done that point of time, assume what has happened. Can you tell me someone what would have happened later on, when he did not do this lesson 1? If he don't apply this lesson 1, what he will get, in which situation he comes later on? Actually, the war was about us. Everybody has weapons in the hand, bows, arrows, swords. Conch shell was blown. It was about to begin. The war was about to begin. And if he would have not done the self awareness and self assessment, SWOT analysis with Krishna, then he would have started the war. And when he started the war, then a point will come in the war, maybe first day, second day, third day, when he will confront Bhishma Pitamaha, when he will confront Dronacharya, when he confront the sons of his cousins, the cute sons. So he will come across these situation, and when he will come to the situation, he will get, he is emotional, he is kind, he is compassionate, and he would have thrown the shastras, the weapons, the bow and arrow, and he would be killed. He would have been killed. This is the result if he don't do a self-awareness and self-assessment. This is a big consequence. Yeah, you agree with me? So this is the lesson number 1. The time is not much actually, so I will go to I can tell a lot of things about this lesson, but maybe in the future we can have a detailed detailed study. So I want to maybe read one of the devotees here, this reflection. Can you read, someone?
Reflection. What are your core strengths and how do they align with your goals?
This is an exercise for you. I created this exercise for you because we have a reflection session today, so we should give you something for reflection. There are a lot of things which is a reflection from Prabhuji's class, from yesterday class, morning class, also the drama workshop. Also, he has taken wonderful sessions. So make reflections from all his sessions, and also think about your core strengths and how do you align with your goals. So this is one exercise reflection. We will see and discuss this later on during reflection session. Now, lesson number 2. Let us make a move forward now. So lesson number 2 is very, very, very important. Please, this is very, very like seeking guidance and mentorship. So I can't explain to you how important it is, really. Actually, some of our engineers, doctors, professionals, young professionals. You have done bachelor, BTech, bachelor of technology, master of technology, computer science, robotics, so like higher studies. Now, so many studies you have done, and you have learned in the secular education. You have undergone a secular education. In this secular education, you learned skills, you learned proficiency, you learned efficiency. And Arjun also learned. Arjun also learned all these things from Dronacharya. Skills, efficiency, proficiency. He was very skilled, very efficient, yeah, very hard work. He learned karma and everything. But actually, what we need is when we learn all these things, then we apply in industry, we keep on going. Yeah, sometimes we just keep on going and moving. So we don't care for one aspect. And there is one profession where this is very, very much essential, I will say, and that profession is sport. When you do sport, anybody do a sport, a big player, like in the soccer, who is the big player in the soccer? The biggest player? Huh? Yeah, no, nowadays, yeah, Messi. Mbappe, Messi, and Ronaldo. Ronaldo is also, no? These all the big players. So when they play player in cricket, Sachin Tendulkar. I remember only Sachin Tendulkar. Now I'm not following currently. So, the sport is a game, is a profession and game where even if you are the top of your career, you are Messi, you are Mbappe, you are Ronaldo, you are Sachin Tendulkar, you are at the peak of your career, but you still need a coach at every moment, at every time. Every sportsman need a coach. They have a coach. They get all the their weakness. What is your weakness? What is the blind spot? He help us to find our blind spot, and he correct it. He guide us. He motivates us. So everybody need a coach, but most of the time we have underestimated this point. Nowadays we are in the time of Google Guru and Chat GPT and OpenAI and all these things, and we think, yeah, we will find all the answers. So when somebody, have you imagine a time in your life, it's very hard to something, sometimes it is not easy to accept, but I want to say, in your life, please try to reflect that somebody wanted to give you a good advice, and good advice for you, for everyone, a spiritual advice or any other advice, and then you did not care for the advice, and you thought you know everything. There is a disease, there is a phobia that I know everything, I can handle everything, I can find everything, and then we ignore the advice, we ignore the guidance, we ignore the mentorship. We need it. When we want to play mridanga, we need a teacher, mridanga teacher, to understand. And so why not for our crucial decisions of our life, for our very, very valuable human life, we also need coach, we also need mentors. And there is an importance of mentor, because we can get different perspective. And one good thing I like in Arjuna, when he was in time of crisis, when he was in difficult situation, he has an identity crisis, he immediately took shelter, he immediately took guidance, he find a mentor in Krishna. Krishna was his friend, Krishna was his cousin brother also, and his friend throughout until now. Now Arjun is, how much old is Arjun in Mahabharata? You look Arjun always very strong, young, beautiful boy, very handsome. How much he was at the time of Mahabharata? How much old he was? 89 years. 89 years. Arjun was 89. He was the best archer. He was the richest person. Like he was a king, prince, and he was so intelligent. He even defeated Lord Shiva. He went to, with the same body, this Panch Mahabhut body, he went to Swargalok, heavenly planet, meet Indra, got the Divya Astra, divine weapon. He was so capable, such a great personality. At age of 89, that advanced age, now in Mahabharata, at battlefield, he is taking, and Krishna is his friend, his sakha, his friend, his mitra, his bandhu. And now he is taking advice to his sakha, mitra. Huh? Yes. Now he has come, and what he did? Sisti is reminding me, is my next sloka actually, what Sisti? Karpanya doso. So what he did, he went to Krishna, and he bowed down to Krishna, he paid obeisances to Krishna, and he said, Karpanya doso pehata swabhava पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेतः यश्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं सादिमां त्वं प्रपन्नम्. Maybe some Mataji can read this time. This bold. You have to be little louder.
Arjuna said, now I'm confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of weakness. In this condition, I'm asking you to tell me clearly what is the best for me. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me.
Yes. So now in the simple words, I will make in the simple words, because now Arjuna is saying to Krishna, because of my weakness, I do not know what to do. And I acknowledge my weakness. This is first thing. I acknowledge my weakness. Very few of us acknowledge our weakness. And Arjuna has acknowledged. In spite of the great personality, I told his personality, he's such a great person of that time. And still he's saying, I acknowledge my weakness. Hey Krishna, I am approaching you with all humility. With all humility. And you are not anymore my friend. I accept you, my teacher and my mentor. Please guide me. Please, I want to surrender to you. And what he's asking, Pritchamiham tvam dharmur seta. Pritchamiham, I'm asking you, I'm requesting you, I'm begging at you. Pritchamiham dharma sammudha cheta. What is dharma sammudha cheta? I'm in a fix. I don't know what should I do. Dharma sammudha. I'm in illusion, in bewilderment. I have the bewilderment. So please remove my dilemma. Today we are also in this trap, but we don't seek guidance. We think we know everything. We don't need any mentorship, any guidance. But Arjuna is teaching us that we need guidance. Even if he was such an able person, we also need the guidance. We need the mentorship. You can reveal your heart. You can tell your problems. And he can help you find out your blind spots. But there is one thing very important, very careful. You cannot reveal with everybody. You cannot seek with everyone. You have that one person should be trustable. He should be trustworthy, and he should not share with everyone about your weakness and things. So you should reveal your heart, and you should get guidance and mentorship to those you feel you are full confident that they are trustworthy and they are your well-wishers. Srila Prabhupada says, I am your well-wisher. Always. He writes in all his letters, your well-wisher. So one has to be well-wisher. If somebody is your well-wisher, then you can seek advice and mentorship and counseling and all this. So this is lesson number 2. Now, I want to go to the next. And one more thing from this sloka, this lesson we learned, humility is not the weakness, but it's the greatest strength. So when we go for someone and by humble request, we ask someone, it's not like you are weak, that okay, because of weakness you are asking. It's your actually greatness. It's a greatness. Humility is a greatness. And Krishna is giving the best example of humility when he's a supreme lord and he is becoming a charioteer. A charioteer is I will give you example. I don't know how many of you have listened. A charioteer job. What is the job of a charioteer? If you find a work profile, a job profile, create a job profile. He has to take care of all the horses. He has to feed the horses. He has to wash the horses. He has to, when he's in the battlefield, he's driving the chariot. Then the charioteer don't say, please take right, please take left, please front, please stop now. No, Arjun was not telling like this. It was so loud in the battlefield. The elephants were roaring, there was so much loud, there were swords, there were fight, and there were conch shells, there was all the hue and cry, and it was, nobody can talk with anybody there were all signs, symbols, they were all talking with symbols. And what is the symbol for a charioteer? You will be shocked. You will be shocked to know. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Sri Krishna himself, the all-maintainer, the all-powerful, the all-enjoyer, he is now the charioteer. And what he is doing, what Arjuna is doing as a rathi, as a driver of the chariot, as the owner of the chariot, Arjun, when he want to go to the left side, this is a standard practice for charioteer in the yudh, in the war, that the charioteer, the owner of the chariot, the archer, when he want to go to the left side, he cannot say, please left. He kicks on the left shoulder. He kicks on the with his foot because the hands are busy in the arrow and bow. He's holding. He kicks on the left shoulder, then Krishna goes left side. He kicks on the right shoulder of Krishna, then Krishna goes on the right side. And when he want to stop the chariot, he kicks in the middle. Now you understand the situation. Now apply in our life. Suppose you are the boss of a company and you have a big Mercedes or BMW or whatever. You are the owner of the company. And you say to your driver, you have a chauffeur, you have a driver, and you say to your driver, okay, you don't drive the car, you sit behind and I will drive the car. And when you want left, you just slap on the left cheek. And when you want to go me to the right side, just slap on the right cheek. And when you want to stop me, break me, then pull my hair. Then pull my hair. So will you do this? Will any millionaire will do this? The owner of a company, corporate will do this? Krishna did it. This is called servant leadership. This happens only in Vedic culture. Servant leadership. This is the best. So a leader can become servant. In the spiritual life, there is no difference between leader and servant. That's why it's called servant leadership. And assuming that Krishna was doing this 18 days, you cannot do in one day. Krishna was doing from day 1 to day 18, every day this. And yes, so this is humility that I want to give. Because I told you in the beginning that this we should not only learn leadership lessons from Arjuna's life, we can also learn from Krishna, how Krishna behaved. And this was one of the lessons we can learn from Krishna. There are so many Krishna did. I don't want to go in that detail now because this is a complete different presentation with Krishna. But let us go next. Yeah, we are discussing a lot of time dharma, and he was in a fix, he was in identity crisis. So what is dharma? We use our Sanatan Dharma. The Dharma comes in Sanatan Dharma also. So the Sanskrit word Dharma is our eternal identity. Dharma means eternal. Dharma is eternal identity, which never changes. Like Srila Prabhupada also gave an example that the Dharma of the sugar is sweetness. This is the Dharma of the sugar. If sugar is not sweet, it is not sugar. Then it becomes something else. If it has to be sugar, it has to be qualified to be as a sugar, to be used as a sugar, then it has to be sweet. Salt, all like dharma. And water is liquid. So this is a dharma. So similarly, Arjuna is asking, what is my dharma? What is my dharma? He's asking about his duty. Dharma is also duty. Dharma is also called duty. And actually, we have learned in the schools, high schools, in the 8th, 9th class, I remember. There was a picture in a book in the 8th, 9th class in my school. And in this picture, there was a food chain. Like the one animal is eating other animal. Biology. In biology, like he's the food of this and this is the food of this. So someone is serving to someone. Someone is serving to someone. And everybody in this universe is serving someone at every moment. It is not that in subtle way we don't realize this, but we are serving someone or other at every time. For example, now I'm giving this class and I'm doing a humble service for my seniors, my teachers, that they have given me instructions to spread the Bhagavad Gita. So I'm doing that now as a seva. I'm serving my seniors now. And I'm serving Srila Prabhupada because this is the instruction of Srila Prabhupada to preach Bhagavad Gita. So this is service I'm doing right now. And everybody do serve. When you go to office, you do serving your boss, employer. When you are at home, you are serving family, wife, everyone, parents. We are always serving. And one subtle example, when you are idle, when you are doing nothing, still you are serving. This is a funny example, sorry. When you are idle, you are still serving because you are emitting carbon dioxide, emitting carbon. And this carbon dioxide is used for photosynthesis by the plants for their life. So you are serving the plants when you're idle. It doesn't mean that we should emit too much carbon dioxide. It will lead to global warming. Even we are doing too much service, too much seva, too much CO2 emissions. So when we are always doing seva, always. This is our dharma, and seva is the dharma of the living entity. Seva is the dharma. So Arjun was asking, what is my dharma? And then Krishna says, seva, because seva is the dharma. It is our eternal dharma. So when the Krishna is talking about the dharma, he is talking three types of dharma at three levels. It's a very basic thing, fundamental thing, but very important how we can learn from Arjuna. So levels of action. So adharma, normally three levels are adharma, dharma and paradharma. Dharma, adharma, dharma and paradharma. So adharma normally we say sinful actions. Sinful action. But Krishna defined in Bhagavad Gita material irresponsibility. Material irresponsibility. Even when you are not doing your duty, when you are supposed to do something as a prescribed duty, and you are not doing that, even if you are not doing that, this is also called adharma, not doing your prescribed duty. There are two types of adharma. One is active adharma, you are killing someone or this thing, but even if you are inactive, you are not doing your prescribed duty, this also becomes a adharma. You are supposed to do something as per dharma, but you are not doing. This Krishna describes as material irresponsibility. And then it is dharma. Next, dharma is material responsibility. So material responsibility is what we are supposed to do. What is our prescribed duty? For Arjuna, he was a Kshatriya, and his prescribed duty was as a Kshatriya to do protection of the dharma, protection of the citizens. And responsible living. We also say following dharma means responsible living. And then comes paradharma. Paradharma is even higher, is a spiritual responsibility. Actually, we have two types of dharma, two types of swadharma. It is called swadharma. Why it is two types? In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna, I will come to this slide later on. Bhagavan Krishna says, we are soul, eternal soul, we are not the body. We are eternal soul. So there is a dharma for the soul, which is the eternal dharma, and there is a dharma of the body. Body has a dharma also. So there are two swadharma. When today Arjuna is Kshatriya, so he is following Kshatriya dharma. Next life he will become something else, a Brahmana. He will follow the Brahmana dharma. So this swadharma of the body changes as per the varnashram. In which family, which society, which country, which we are a girl or a boy, we are a man or a woman, our dharma changes. This is called swadharma of the body. Then we have a swadharma of soul, our own swadharma, eternal dharma, and this is the dharma of the soul, this eternal duty. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna explained both of them to Arjuna on his inquiry. When he asked, he explained these three types of dharma. And when Arjuna was running away, and Krishna reminded him, Sudram Hridaya Dorlabhyam Takta Tishtha Param Tapa. So Krishna is very boldly, very clearly a leader. This is the role of a leader. Sometimes leader has to be heavy. Guru and leader, they have to be heavy. They cannot be always very sweet and polite and honey. They have to also chastise the students. So he said, you just leave your weakness of the heart, leave your laziness, just rise to the occasion, just get up and do your duty. So a motivational speaker and a guru, a teacher, a leader, he has to be also strict and heavy, and he has to tell the truth. So we discussed material responsibility, and spiritual responsibility. And then we go to the next slide, resilience and perseverance. So this is also a very important lesson we can learn from today, from Arjuna's life and Arjuna's character from the battlefield. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, and first of all, he has to face several challenges in the childhood. If you see the life of Arjuna, he was born a son of a big king, Pandu Maharaj. Pandu Maharaj was the greatest personality, was a great personality in the Kuru Vansha. He was the kingdom, the ruler of the whole Bharatvarsha, the whole earthly planet, wherever earth is there. Pandu Maharaj, very great, very eligible, very qualified. And Arjuna was son of Pandu Maharaj. But Pandu Maharaj was received the death. He left the body at an early age in the youth, and Arjun was a small child at that time. So when Arjun's father was died, Pandu Maharaj was died, then there was a bigger elder brother of Pandu was Dhritarashtra, and there was grandfather, grandfather, Guru, Dronacharya, Kripacharya. They were great personalities in this kingdom. The duty was to care for the children of Pandu. This was the duty of the Dhritarashtra. As a next, he was also like a father, the elder father. So it was his duty to protect and nurture and like a children. But they did not do. The protector themselves becomes killer. Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, they made conspiracies. They tried to kill Pandavas. They made a Varnavat. They made a palace of a burning material that if you put a fire, it will immediately burn and all the Pandavas will burn. In the childhood itself, they were made to burn in the palace. But somehow, because of they were always under shelter of some higher authority, they were always having mentor, they were having a guru. That's why Vidurji was also like a mentor for them. They were seeking advice from Guru, and Vidurji helped them, and they escaped from this. They were also tried to give poison. They were also cheated in a gambling, and they were given 12 years of exile in forest and 13th year as a hidden, that they cannot show themselves. They cannot be found by. And this they completed all the 12 years successfully. They completed the 1 year also. And Arjuna, what he was doing, he was like he was in a very bad situation in the last 1 year of exile when in the hidden. He was to say like a gay in the form of a gay. He has to live, and he has to teach the princess of a king the mridanga. He was playing or dancing, yeah, dance. Transgender, yeah. I was, yeah. I was finding the right word. Thank you for this right. I was skipped. So he was acting as a transgender, the greatest archer, the greatest ruler, the richest person, the most smart person, Narendra Modi of politics, Elon Musk of technology and wealth. Now he is doing as a transgender 1 year, teaching the dancing to the princess of a king. This humility he has faced in his life. This humility Arjun has faced. And when we have little bit, somebody says something to us, Prabhu, you do this seva, we immediately say, oh, why he say do like this? We become immediately offended. And what Arjun has to deal with? So this point will come later also in detail. How this is one of the instruction of Krishna also. This will come. So what I want to say here that he has faced so many things in his life, and still he has resilience and perseverance, overcoming challenges and self-doubt, and coming out of the situation, seeking guidance, seeking advice. So we have to also, like Arjuna, we have to also be very humble. And Krishna has given a first instruction to Arjuna about this perseverance and tolerance. The first instruction was in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, Matra sparse tu konteya, sitosna sukha dukkha cha, agamupayano nityas tams titikshava bharata. O Arjun, please rise, please learn that this happiness and distress are coming and going like season, like winter and summer. The happiness and distress will go. And man samman, the honest and dishonest, like our respect and disrespect will also go and come. Please be tolerant. Please do not become disturbed in any situation. This is the first instruction of Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield, to become tolerant. And Arjun also followed this. Arjun also became tolerant. He also became tolerant. That's why he's our role model. And his tolerance was tested in Mahabharata. Yesterday, Prabhuji, Shyamanand Prabhu, I took many examples from his classes from yesterday, today. So Shyamanand Prabhu told on 13th day of the Mahabharata war, what happens? Do you remember what happened 13th day of Mahabharata war? Abhimanyu, he was died. Very young boy of son of the Arjun was who did by cheating by everyone together. And Arjuna come to know in the evening, my son has died. And yeah, he shows his resilience, perseverance, and he was very unhappy, but still he was tested in the situation. And we can give up and we go and we say, no, we don't want to fight, we don't do our duty, this happens to me. No, Arjuna was standing there and Arjuna has dealt with the situation, and later Krishna also helped him. Because if we are seeking the help and we are eligible candidate, then the guru always come, the leader, the teachers always help us, and Krishna also help. So what is the practical tip from here, from the resilience and perseverance? Practical tip is, when facing a difficult situation, take a step back, reassess the situation, and focus on what you can control. Focus on what you can control and just surrender or leave what you cannot control. Focus on what you can control and just surrender for what you cannot control. If you are, you understand what I want to say. There are two things. If you can control something, then focus, reassess, do your analysis, and if you cannot control something, then don't make lamentations and all which you cannot control. Then you have to surrender somehow, take a shelter. Now, after the resilience and perseverance, we go to the next ethical crisis. The ethics. Ethics is a very important topic. There is something called morality and called ethics. Morality means that there are two things. One is good and one is bad. One is prescribed to be done, one is not prescribed to be done as per Shastras. Then you can choose very easily. What is good, you will do that. And this is the morality. Okay, you follow moral principle because what is good you do. And what is ethical? Ethical is there are two things which this is also good, this is also dharma. And when you are in the fifth, this is an ethical crisis. And Arjuna has this ethical crisis, Kula dharma and Varnasrama dharma, his Kshatriya dharma. Kul dharma, he was in a family, his grandfather, gross-grandfather, we have discussed this point also. He has a duty for the family, for protecting the family. Actually, as a young, his grandfather's fathers, gurus, they were very, very old, and it was his responsibility to care them, protect them, love them. But now he was about to fight with them. So he was not accepting this situation. Being a nice, compassionate, kind person, he was not accepting that I have to fight with them. But on the other hand, he has a Kshatriya duty, Kshatriya dharma, that it is his duty to establish righteousness, dharma, and to protect the citizens, because this is a duty of a king and Kshatriya. And how to make ethical decision making. This is very important point here. When he came to the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he was in a big crisis. I explained Kula dharma and Kshatriya dharma. So we have to do two things. One is balancing personal values with professional responsibilities and leading with integrity. Balancing personal values with professional responsibility and leading with integrity. There are two important things. I will give one example which we face in the corporate life, which happens with me also many times. Normally, we get funding for a project from European Union. Suppose we get 50 million euro for a project, and in the corporate, in the universities, and we have to do a research project. We have to make some research idea, a proposal. Then we have to do some experimentation, simulations, where we get some results, and we have to present the results. And we get this money only for this project, and we get the result, we present the result, and then we justify. We have so much manpower, we have so much resources, we justify 50 million euro with this final report with the results. And this is the done, project is done. Now, these are the political people. Those who are giving in the Brussels, in the European Union, they are political people sitting there. So they are not technologists, technocrats. The technologists are in the industry who are doing the work. So they rely that whatever reports they have given, that they have done the work honestly. But what we often do is, we have a second proposal from this time European Union, this time from German Federal Research Agency or German Ministry of Science. And then we make the similar proposal also for them We don't say that we have done this result also, report also, this research already. We got the funding, so we have a report. We don't say this. We change some words. We change the title of the same research we have to do. We change the title of the words, the scope of the work a little bit, some manipulating of the words. And we submit the same proposal to other agency and we get the same funding again. And we did not do any work this time. We just use the money for ourselves and we show the same report which we presented to European Union, to also to other United Nations or to other those who want to get this research done. This is not integrity and this is not value. You have some personal values and professional values. So we have to maintain these values, and it is difficult to maintain this personal and professional if we don't have spiritual, ethical values, spiritual knowledge, spiritual guidance. Because people can acquire a lot of qualities, lot of intelligence, IQ, but it is very important that we have also values and we have ethics, so that we can maintain ethics, and that we can get only from Bhagavad Gita, from Arjuna, and from Krishna. So we have to lead with integrity. When we are doing this, what we are doing in the industry, if we do this is not integrity to the nation, because we have to work with the integrity and for ourselves also. And we have to see how we deal with I try to resist such things and try to at least make the proposal. In my projects, I try to do like this. I try to modify in such a way that we do some work for them. It is not that we just get the money. So we have to do some work to extend the scope and maybe use some results from the past, but also additionally do something and not just copy paste. So this we have to see how we can apply in our professional life. This Arjun was applying in his life. So we learn from Arjun, leading with integrity. And this is one important topic also, balancing emotions and logic. We are very logical. we work with the logic and we try to be logical, but emotions are also very important. So I discussed yesterday 3 things: intelligence quotient, which is the modern measurement of your intelligence, your skills, your efficiency, like intelligence quotient, a bell-shaped curve, where if it is 115, you are perfectly intelligent. If 140 is, you are over intelligent. And yeah, if you are less than 100, then you are under intelligent. So you make this IQ. No? There's a manja, there's a test for this IQ test. We do in industry, we do in schools, colleges, the same test every time. But this text cannot give you the whole picture. The emotional EQ is also very important, emotional balance, because if we try to work in the industry, we want to lead the team with our intelligence, then we cannot become a good leader by Krishna, like Krishna and Arjun. We can just become a manager. We can enforce the things, enforce our power, because we are in powerful position. We can get the work done by power, but we don't. This is not a leadership skill. So we have to also come to emotional level. So emotional level, we understand the needs of others. Sharing is caring. We share. We like, there are so many examples. Our Prime Minister of India, APJ Abdul Kalam Azad, he was leading a team and of the scientists in ISRO. He's a great personality. His life is Bhagavad Gita. He read Bhagavad Gita in his life, and so one time he was in the ISRO. Is a very critical project was going on, a satellite launching, and one of his project engineer in the team, he has marriage anniversary, but because there was satellite launch was planned, and he could not go. His wife was waiting, his children were waiting, and APJ Abdul Kalam recognized this thing and come to know from colleagues. So somehow he come to know, and he recognized my employee. He's busy in the launching. He's busy in the work. He has to work late night today because the targets are very strict there in the ISRO space. You have to meet the particular targets. So what his APJ Abdul Kalam did as a leader of the team, he personally went to the family personally, and then he took with his driver, he took them to a nice restaurant, organized a nice party for them, and shopping They have a shopping list for the husband. The children have shopping list for the father, and wife has shopping list for the husband for this anniversary celebration. But he was not there. So APJ Abdul Kalam himself went personally. He organized the shopping. He organized the food, dinner, and everything, and make them happy on this day. And excuse that, sorry, because of me, today you are not able to celebrate your program, your function, your important day in your life. So this is the leader. This is the leadership example from the corporate, like APJ Abdul Kalam. And this has come because he is also emotional. He is not only logical, that I am the boss, I am the chief, and it is his duty. It is written in the contract like this, that in ISRO, if somebody want to work, they have to do night shift also. Because it is always very critical situations with launching, and also you have to work in the night, already. So he did not say, okay, it is in the contract, and you have to do like this. No, leader has to motivate, self-example, and he has to act by his own example. So emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence, spiritual IQ also. Spiritual IQ is what Arjuna is getting from the Krishna as a eternal dharma. I said there is a dharma of the body, Swadharma of the body, and there is Swadharma of the soul, our eternal, and this is the spiritual IQ. And when we have a spiritual IQ, then we can come across all situations, all kind of situations. So we need, sometimes the emotional IQ also make us in trouble. We cannot control the emotions. We become too much emotions. We flow in the emotions. At that time, spiritual IQ help us. The example of a spiritual IQ is, suppose you are in the waves, you are in a sea, in a flood. There is a river, has a big flood, and you are in the flood, and waves are throwing you here and there. You are a very intelligent person. You know skills, efficiency, proficiency. You have learned in your school with the secular education, but in the flood you are helpless. You can't do anything. And then you are emotionally also, you know many things, but emotionally also you are not able to help yourself. But spiritual IQ, and what is spiritual IQ here? That somebody comes in a helicopter and throw a rope to you. You hold the rope in the middle of the flood, and you are not going here and there. And this rope is representing the spiritual IQ. Krishna is that rope. Krishna in our life is that rope, that he is coming in the time of crisis, and in these situations when our own intelligence is not working, then Krishna is giving his rope of help in the time of our. So this is spiritual IQ. That's why we should also lead life in a spiritual way, and we should read Bhagavad Gita and read the scriptures. So we purify our intelligence, and we act as Arjun. Now, I would finish in 5 minutes. I need 5 minutes more. So practical exercise here is, can someone read please loud? Practical exercise.
Practice active listening in your next team meetings. Pay attention not to just words, but also tone and body language.
Yes, this is very, very important for us. Practice listening also. Most of the time, the confusions and conflict in the team occurs because we don't communicate properly. Communication is the key. They are very, very small things, very, very in that management, in the leaders, in the teamwork, in the project work, very, very small things, and they becomes big conflict in the team and affect the final delivery, final result. And the key is to listen. Many times you have in the meetings, the conflict is coming because someone is there who is not listening. If we listen like Arjun, we learn this quality from Arjun. Arjun is a great listener. He is listening from Krishna very, very patiently, very, very patiently. Every word, everything he is listening from Krishna. And then he is asking questions. This is very important for us. And then body language and tone is very important. Not like reporters, media reporters, they come and they put the mic on your face. What you say about this? What you say? This is not Vedic culture. This is not Vedic culture, that you are challenging. You are asking something by challenging. No. When we ask someone something, it is humility, with gratefulness, by serving attitude. This is the Vedic culture. And yesterday Prabhuji said, asking the questions, very important. Asking the questions. Our whole thing, the whole philosophy, the whole culture, Vedic culture depend on asking the questions. And Arjun is very good at that. He's the ideal in that. And we have to learn from Arjun that we have to ask the questions. Also in our team, in our crisis, in our situations, that we have to ask the questions, we have to discuss, we have to communicate. So this is the one lesson which Arjuna already giving us. so nicely with his own example. Now, continuous learning and skill development, very important aspect also. Arjuna was in the crisis, and we were in Corona time. In Corona time, we had a crisis, global crisis, and in that time, actually, something wonderful happens in the Corona time. In Corona time, the industries go low, the earnings go low. In crisis, the earnings go low, but one thing good happens in the Corona time was the learnings go high, because at that time you had free time, you have time for yourself, you are not supposed to go to industry, to the companies, corporate, universities, everything was closed, so you have got some time for self assessment, for reviewing yourself, and this is very important. This is Arjun used this time. He was also in the situation in crisis like Corona, and then he went to Krishna and he seek for learning, to learn. So earning goes down, but learning should go up. And when we do learning in the bad times, then the good times come in. People are in good times now, everything is running nicely, company is making profit, we are getting nice salary, emoluments and perks and bonus, and everything is working, no need of new learning, things are going as it is, business as usual. It is called business as usual. But this will kill us. So many big organizations are closed today because of business as usual. You heard this big organization closed, this big organization closed, because they did not use their crisis time for continuous learning and development, adapting to new challenges. So this is very important. What is the takeaway? Can someone read the takeaway from here?
Stay curious. Growth begins where comfort ends.
Yes, this we learn from Arjuna. Stay curious. Growth begins where comfort ends. Leading by self-example. This is very, very important point. This is the one of the main theme for leadership, and walking the talk and inspiring others through actions. Yesterday also I discussed this slok shortly, and now this is coming in the flow of this presentation, and the main theme, what we can learn from Arjun. Krishna says to Arjun, Yad yad acharati sreshthas tad tad evetaro janha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate. Yad yad acharati sreshthas. Whatever action the great people do, the leaders do, whatever action they do, the common men follow those actions. And whatever exemplary acts they do, the whole world pursues that. And here I told very clearly yesterday that it is not vadati, it is acharet. Acharet means you do by practical example, you do yourself practically. And it is not like you just say that you are giving instructions theoretically. No. Acharet means you are applying in your life and you are leading by self-example. So walking the talk. And Bhagavan, actually I want to give one example here, one practical example also from our Shastras, from the history, from Ramayana. Bhagavan Sri Ram, Lord Sri Ram, the Mata Sita was stolen by Ravana, the demon, and then Lord Ram is searching for Mata Sita, and he made friendship with Sugriva. Actually, Lord Ram can get his wife himself. He's capable enough. He can get it, but he want to glorify others. This is the quality of the leader in Bhagavan, that he give credit to the team members. So Bhagavan made a friendship to Sugriva, a Vanar, a monkey, a king of the monkey. He made and that time he was not king. The king was his brother Bali. Bali got the kingdom by unfair means from Sugriva. Most of you know this. And they make a pact, friendship pact, that Bhagavan Sri Ram help Sugriva to regain his kingdom from his demonic brother, and then Sugriva help with his army to Lord Ram to get release of Mata Sita from Ravana. So this was the pact. This was the understanding. Now what happened? Bhagavan Sri Ram killed Bali, and he demonic Bali, and Sugriva was made the king. And then started the Chatusmas. Chatusmas means the 4 months where the monsoon season. People don't go out and you have to go at one place. You do some spiritual sadhana also, reflect on yourself, your life. These are 4 months where in former Vedic culture, people were not traveling because they were the raining days, all the water level is very high. There are all, like insects and reptiles moving there in the forest areas. So they were staying at one place, and this opportunity was given by Bhagavan Ram to Sugriv. Okay, you stay at one place also have kingdom, rule the kingdom, and then we, after 4 months, we go to Lanka and we kill the Ravana, we two together. But Sugriv, he was enjoying with his wife, with his kingdom, and he forgot actually to help. He forgot the promise made to Lord Ram, and he was still enjoying and enjoying, keeping enjoying. He was a leader. Sugriv was a king, representing a kingdom. A king, he is a leader. But he forgot his responsibility. He did not walk the talk. He did not walk the talk. Yad yad acharet sreshtha. He did not apply this. What Lord Ram has to do? Lord Ram sent Lakshmana. Even Lakshmana was proactive. Lakshmana said, I will go, brother, I will go. He's very, Lakshmana is Balrama himself. I will go and I will make him learn a lesson. Then Lakshmana went in full anger. He said, Sugriv, what are you doing? He chastised Sugriv. And then Sugriv realized, okay, sorry. And he was enjoying continuously. And then he realized, I made a promise. And then he come and then he, everything happens, So this example I give, that how it is important a leader to lead by self-example. Yad yad acharet sreshta tat tat eva tarojana. Inspiring others through your actions. Now this is the last slide. Finally, I think you are feeling a relief. Lot of lessons. What is your leadership potential? This is the last slide I made for your corporate leadership, for your team leadership. Wherever in the universities also you have team, in the research teams, in the corporate teams. So what is we can understand? Inspire people, empower people. Krishna is empowering Arjuna. In this Mahabharata, he is empowering Arjuna. He is not acting as a typical boss, that okay, I am indispensable. So he is empowering, so that, and then Krishna also says that idam parampara praptim. This is also empowerment, that you pass on the knowledge, you pass on the wisdom. This is called technology management, that you pass on to the next engineers, the next team members, so that they also become empowered. So empowering the people in the team, inspire the people in the team, lead the change. If you want to see the change, then become the change yourself. If we want to see the change in the world, in our project, in our corporate, then we have to become the change ourselves. Lead the change, and shared vision, higher purpose. And we should have a shared vision with everyone as a team. So there are many things we can learn. And how a leader do crisis management. There are so many examples have been given how Krishna did crisis management. So one example also I want to get from Krishna about crisis management. When the Mahabharata Yuddha was finished completely, there are two instances actually. Wonderful example, because I said there is a leadership lesson from Krishna also. So I want to include these two things. When Aswathama, when Dronacharya was killed by Arjuna, then Aswathama became very furious, very angry. And Aswathama was very powerful. He has all the divine weapons. And he has one weapon. Actually, Aswathama was son of Dronacharya, the guru, the spiritual teacher of Arjuna. And when he was killed, his son became angry. Aswathama becomes angry. And he wanted to kill everyone. He has a weapon called Narayan Astra. So this Narayan Astra is more powerful than Brahmastra and Pasupati Astra. And when somebody throw this Astra, nobody can counter this. Even if you are sending some Astra, some weapons to counter the Narayan Astra, if you are sending some weapons to counter Narayan like Brahmastra, you can have, Arjuna has a Brahmastra. So he can throw one Brahmastra. So whatever weapons you send to counter Narayan Astra, they join Narayan Astra. They join him. They don't go against him because it's a Narayan Astra. So the situation was that this guy, Aswathama, he wanted to kill everybody. But Narayan Astra, although it was so powerful, so potent, there was a good quality. There was good thing in Narayan Astra. There was one good point, that anybody who bows down, who pay obeisances with humble attitude, who surrenders to the Narayan Astra, it doesn't kill. Even a big miscreant, big demon, if he surrendered to the Narayan Astra, then with humbleness, then it do not kill. But it is not easy. People don't surrender. So because Arjuna was a devotee, and Yudhishthira and everyone, and they say to everyone, just bow down, just bow down. The Narayan Astra is coming, the Narayan weapon is coming. Just bow down and we will be skipped. Krishna told this too, because Krishna Narayan himself. So Krishna told that everybody should bow down, and then this is the leader. This is called crisis management. It's a crisis on everyone can die. And Krishna as a leader is doing the crisis management. He is asking everyone to bow down to Narayan, because he know the key, he know the secret of this. And leader knows the secret, and he tell to the team members, and he do the crisis management. And everybody bow down, but there was one person he did not do bow down. Who was this? Bhim. Who told? Yeah, Prabhu. So Pankaj Prabhu said Bhim. Bhim is such a person, he is, powerful. But in front of Narayan Astra, Bhim is nothing. So Bhim was like this, no, I will not bow down. Then Krishna personally went to Bhim, and he just forcefully, Krishna is more powerful than Bhim. Bhim had power of 10,000 elephants, but Krishna has power of everything. All the elephants are coming from Krishna. So Krishna forcefully bowed down Bhim, and Bhim's life was saved. He bowed down. So this is called crisis management by a leader. And another example from Krishna is when the whole battlefield was finished, everything was finished. Now the culture is that Pandav has won, and Kauravas have died, and now they will become king, and Arjuna, Yudhishthira will become king. Now the culture is that the charioteer, and he is actually escorting the prince, escorting the king, who is the winner, and getting him out by holding the hand, and then going down. He's getting him out of the chariot, getting down from the chariot. So Arjuna was in that moment. He was proud. I killed everyone and I did this. So Arjuna was supposed to come out of the chariot as a king, as a prince, but Krishna did what he was supposed to do as a chariot servant. He did not escort and hold the hand and bow down that, okay, you are my charioteer, I'm chariot driver. He went away from Arjun, and he said, Arjun, go away from me. And then Arjun was thinking, oh, he was doing such wonderful seva all the time, and last day he changed his attitude, he changed his mind. Why Krishna is doing like this? Now he want to show his supreme personality. He is not humble anymore. So Arjuna was thinking, why Krishna is behaving little different what he was behaving as a charioteer. But there was a crisis management that time. Actually, when Krishna was driving the chariot and Arjuna was sitting on the chariot, in 18 days, Bhishma Pitamah, Dronacharya, Karna, Kripacharya, so many big fighters, the great fighters of the universe, they were throwing all the Shaktis, all the powerful weapons, all the arrows. They were throwing so much, like attacking him with so much powerful weapons. And Krishna was absorbing those weapons. Krishna himself. Because Arjun is not the main doer. Krishna was doing everything. Arjun was an instrument. And Krishna was absorbing all the things, but now, and all the things have come to they were there still, all the weapons were there, but it was absorbed by Krishna. And when Krishna said, Arjun, okay, you go away from the chariot, and Krishna maintained a distance, and then the chariot was blasted. Because all these astras, shastras, this was, when Krishna was on the chariot was able to hold. It was not destroyed by these weapons. But as soon as Krishna moved out of the chariot, and he asked Arjuna to just come, just jump down, and from this, immediately the chariot was blown away. A blast happens. So this is also the crisis management by a leader. So Krishna, by his example, he is like telling us so many things. So thank you so much. The time is over very much. I know you are feeling hungry. And yesterday you have a Ekasi Vrata, Ekasi fasting. And now we can open the fasting all together. And actually I would like to say my apologies if I make any mistakes or anything which is not appropriate. Then I seek forgiveness to all of you. And if you like something from this discussion, this class, which is useful for your life, for your personal life, professional life, you can take some lessons. Then all the credit go to senior Vaishnavas, my Gurudev, my Gurujanas. They have taught me. I am just passing on what I have learned from them. So thank you very much. I want to also thank to Shyamananda Prabhu and His Grace Anupam Krishna Prabhu. That actually I was feeling nervous when I was seeing both of you sitting in the class and listening, because you are such great personalities, both of you, and there are many others also here, and both of you are really specially very, very respectable to me. And it was a dharm sankat for me actually. Arjun was a dharm sankat. I was also in dharm sankat, that there two great personalities are sitting, whom I am learning myself personally. They are sitting in front of me, and now they are listening. And I was feeling, oh, what should I do? What should I do? But since my name was put on the schedule, and I have to complete this session as a part of the course curriculum. This was as a duty I was given by the organizing team. So I took it as a duty. And yes, I am sorry, Prabhu. Please correct me if I say something wrong. You are always very kind and compassionate to correct. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If someone has a question, they can ask, and others can also go for prasadam, because prasadam is. Yeah, 10. Maybe we delay a little, 15 minutes. 15 minutes we delay, no? No? We will see. We will see how it goes. Yeah. So, any questions? Okay. Yeah, announcement, Prabhu,
Those
do.
who are staying here in the library and in the Kirtanal, they have to make sure they pack everything nicely and keep it in one location. I taught that to someone. So please pack everything very nicely, keep it in a very organized way. Those who are sleeping in the Kirtanal, pack it nicely, and we will take everything to Salar.
Yes. So, Vancha kalpatarubhashya kripa siddhuva evcha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namae. Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much. If group photo we were saying. Maybe later after. Yeah. Yeah.
Before the workshop.
Okay.
All is better.
If you have any questions, personal questions, you can just talk with me during the prasadam or later on. And in the reflection session also we can discuss something. Hare Krishna.
Can you do that, Prabhu?
We can stop it. Prabhu, can we stop it? Yes, stop it.
Or better, you can announce.
Yeah.
I should have announced it here. It's okay. You are a part of something. You have to take the responsibility. You have to learn to take the responsibility.
Yeah, you're older than me, so you're allowed to do more.
Is the Kirtanale door open or something?
Prabhu, do you have a key? Take all keys?
Yes, one.
Please give me Prabhu.
Yeah. They'll take prasadam. They'll take prasadam. They'll go into the Kirtanale.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Let's go. I mean, I'm pretty much sure we don't have pretty much time to